you.
Glad to see you. So, you were born in Austin.
I was born actually in Houston.
Oh, you were born in Houston. You get around this big old place, don't you?
I was born in Houston, moved overseas when I was 2.
Oh.
So
Military or?
Oil business.
Oil.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be one of the two.
I know. But Austin is home. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were in Colorado for a while?
I was, yeah, growing up in a suburb of Denver, Parker, Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you've lived in the far over the seas. You've lived all over Texas. And you've lived in Colorado. What do
And
you like?
California.
And California. And you have that very outdoorsy look, so you've lived in the West.
Thank you.
So what's the best place for you?
Austin is, yeah, it feels right there, and lots of my family lives there. All of my family lives in Texas.
Oh, that's nice.
And so, yeah, we've got some family history in Austin. So it just feels like home.
It's just comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
How long have you been singing and writing?
I've been singing since I was about 2 years old.
At home or at church? Or
At home. My mom kind of introduced me to singing at that young age, and I just, I loved it. And then when I got to be old enough, I started joining choirs in school and all of that, and did solos. And
Was it anything like Glee?
no.
Darn. No drama, huh?
No drama. I don't know. I mean, there's always drama in high school.
Well,
but,
yes.
Yeah, so did that, and then I graduated high school, and a couple years later moved to Austin.
Okay.
And I was not a songwriter yet. I didn't even play any instruments, and I just loved to sing. And I remember, I think I was 20 or 21, probably 21, and I was sitting at home, and like I had this old guitar that my dad had bought me from an infomercial in my closet that I had never gotten out to play.
Wow.
And so I was like, you know what, I need to try to learn something on the guitar. And I had no thought about being a songwriter. Like, I didn't know any songwriters. I didn't really know any musicians, and I was living in Austin.
Well, it's probably safer.
Right. And so, yeah, going into it naively like that, probably best. So I started playing guitar, and I learned, some cover songs, and then songs started coming out of me, and hopefully no one hears those songs, because the first ones were not for anyone's ears, but
I can't remember. It must have been Ray Wiley or somebody like that. Somebody said, you have to write 5 years worth of songs before you ever get to one.
I think, I think so.
So it's good practice.
Yeah, it's good practice, and what we do always gets us to the next place where we become. And so, so I started writing songs, and I started going down to Cheatham Street Warehouse.
Yes.
And doing
So you
that
knew
with
Kent Finley.
I knew Kent Finley very well, and went down there every Wednesday. Like, it was like my church, and I would always bring my new song, and still to this day, like, I've sung in front of thousands of people, but to this day, if I'm at Cheatham Street, even if there's like 3 people there, I get this like jittery feeling, because it reminds me of when I first started writing, and that just really excited, nervous feeling of being able to play my songs on stage. What a gift it was at that time. Yeah. So God
So you
bless
have
Kent.
something in common with Randy Rogers.
Yeah.
And a lot of other people.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
So many people. So many people.
Well, that's wonderful, and I think that's the thing that everybody thinks about Kent is he wanted everybody who wanted a chance to have a chance.
Yeah.
And you can't do it if you don't get to get up in front of somebody.
I know.
And I know stage fright was an issue.
Yeah.
How did you conquer it?
Well, that was kind of the initial part of stage fright that I experienced, and then about 3 years ago, I quit drinking, and I started having these like panic attacks on stage.
Oh, wow.
And it happened kind of for about a year, maybe a year and a half. And it was, I think it was just because I was not used to showing all of myself on stage, and which is a really important thing when you're performing.
Yes.
So it was this whole process of learning how to be with myself and be present with the people who were there and took the time out of their day to come and be with me and enjoy music together. So so that's Stage Fright, the song. I don't know if you heard it on the album. It's kind of about that. But I actually wrote this song before it happened, so I kind of joke and that it was kind of like I manifested it for myself. but you know, it's just my path. And
Yeah. Well, and you were in theater, so you already had some experience of stage fright.
Right. Yeah. You did your research.
Yeah, oh yes. Well, but you know, one of the funniest things, and I've heard this from comedians, I've heard it from actors, and I've heard it from musicians. I almost think it's necessary. If you don't have it, you don't care enough.
Exactly, and that's so true. It's this fine line of being able to be comfortable with yourself and caring enough to give a good performance and show up.
And show up.
Yeah.
And like you said, be present with those people.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, Facing the Shadow is out how long now?
Less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks,
Yeah.
so it's brand new.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Stage Fright, which is one of the songs. How many songs are on there?
There's 11 songs
And
on
did
it.
you write all of them?
I wrote all of them and co-wrote 3 of them.
Okay, that's good. And John Evans was your producer.
He was.
That's cool.
Yeah,
How did you pick on John?
Well, I had a lot of little recording sessions with lots of people before I chose John, and I just kind of tested waters here and there, and nothing felt completely right. It's like I was dating around, kind of, you know. Nothing felt completely right. So people though kept telling me, you need to work with John, and I didn't really know John. I mean, I knew of him, and we shared a drummer at the time. So I contacted John, and I was just like, hey, I'm possibly interested in working with you on an album. What do you think about that? And he's like, cool, yeah, let's get together. So he came over to my house, and we hung out and talked for a long time, and then we recorded a song like on my iPhone or his iPad or something, and just to see what that would be like, and it worked really well. Then we went into a studio and did like a demo track to see how we'd work in a studio together, and it was great. He's just so he's totally a brother. You know, he just, and we actually, our birthdays are one day apart.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
So we're Virgo, brother and sister. And he's a great person. I call him Coach. Coach.
That's a great compliment.
Because he used to play football.
Right,
Yeah,
I know.
So, yeah, I feel really, really blessed to have been able to work with him and continue, you know, to call him a friend.
That's great. And I understand some of the members of the Band of Heathens are on the record.
Yes,
So you've got quite a collection of talented people.
Yeah, everyone on it was just so pro. It was really a great experience. And then Steve Christensen sound engineered, and he's here at Sugar Hill Recording Studios.
And boy, is that important.
Yeah, it's so important.
Because you can do all that work, and if it's not on the records, then what have you done?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's ask a few things that aren't directly related to the album, then we'll get back to it in a minute. Where's your favorite place to eat in Austin?
Oh, gosh. Right now, it's Elizabeth Street Cafe.
Okay.
Have you been there?
No. What do they have?
It's like a French Thai fusion.
Oh, wow. That sounds fascinating.
It's kind of bougie, but it's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
Good.
And it's a really, really cute little old house on South 1st Street and Elizabeth Street at the corner there. And yeah, come to Austin, I'll take you there.
Okay, sounds great. What do you do for fun that has nothing to do with work? Because musicians work all the time.
Yeah, we do. I like to go out in nature a lot, and I'm very dedicated to my spiritual practice. I meditate a lot. Like to hang out with friends. I don't know, what do I do? Hang out with my cat.
What's the cat's name?
Fire.
Sire?
Fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's an interesting
Yeah, we have the
name.
same color hair.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fascinating. All right, let's get back to business. Facing the Shadow, out 2 weeks. If I want to get the record, what do I do?
If you want to get it, you can go get it anywhere on, you can get it on CD Baby, Amazon, iTunes. You can order a copy from me, like a physical copy,
Right.
if you'd like.
And what's your website?
My website is ashleymonical.com.
And Monical is Monical.
Yes.
Okay, because people might not
Like
get it
Monica
right.
with an L.
Monica with an L.
Yeah, I get
Mm.
called Monica way too often.
Oh, sorry about
It's
that.
hilarious. No, it's really funny. It's Ashley. I never correct people though, because I'm just like, I feel bad that they might feel bad that they call me the wrong name.
Right, I understand. Do you have a favorite song on Facing the Shadow?
I think that probably the first track is my favorite. It's called A Child I Was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty autobiographical.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of, it's a song to God, and it's, the chorus is a child I was and a child I am still. I never, what is it? It's hard when I'm not singing
when you're not
it, you know?
singing it.
Anyways, it's just kind of about staying humble and remembering God, which is important for me. Yeah.
Well, it sounds fascinating. It sounds like you had a lot of fun doing it.
I did, yes. Yeah. It's funny because we recorded it about 1.5 years ago.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. It takes a long
That's
time.
how it is, yeah. So,
Well, look for Ashley Monical and look for her website and for her new album, Facing the Shadow. Thanks, Ashley.
thanks, Pam.